Welcome to the Better Together Here podcast with your hosts Devin
and Ashley,
helping you make the most of your time in New York City. Hey everyone, and welcome to today's episode of the Better Together Here podcast. My name is Devin.
And my name is Ashley.
And in today's episode, we are going to line out 5 of our favorite food halls in Manhattan, in New York City. Food halls are an amazing option, especially if you're coming with a group of people who have a variety of food preferences. Food halls make it really easy to have everyone go to one location, have multiple options for foods that they may want to try, still get to eat together. Everyone's happy. It's a great way to have a meal, especially lunch in New York City. So let's get right into it. All right. When we are saying food halls, other names, you could call them food courts. Usually these food halls, again, they'll have anywhere from sometimes 6 up to maybe 20 different food options. It's a fantastic option, especially if you're coming with a group that has multiple children or a group that has picky eaters or just you and one other person or you by yourself. You can go in, try multiple different things. Everyone can share. Everyone can taste bites of the different spots. It's a great, great option. First on our list is Urban Hawker. So Urban Hawker is in Midtown. It is a great option if you are going to go explore Central Park, walk through Times Square, maybe go to a Broadway show. The very fun thing about Urban Hawker is it is all Asian food or Asian inspired food. So they have dozens of options ranging from Korean barbecue to Chinese food to
awesome
sushi, dumplings. Yeah, just so many different Asian food. And another interesting thing about Urban Hawker is that it's actually a pass-through that is part of 6.5 Avenue. So I believe from roughly 57th Street down to 48th Street or so, you can walk through what's called 6.5 Avenue, which goes between 6th and 7th Avenue, and it goes through a bunch of different public pass-throughs. It's kind of just a unique part of Midtown. But yeah, Urban Hawker, great option with a lot of different Asian food styles.
6.5 Ave is really cool because Midtown is full of a whole bunch of really tall buildings, specifically like business buildings and banks. And it's really cool that you can kind of just walk through with huge buildings on either side. Sometimes you're even walking through like the lobbies of these buildings, but they're open to the public. And you end up at Urban Hawker.
Yeah, so check out Urban Hawker. Next on our list is Chelsea Market. We've discussed Chelsea Market on this podcast before. Chelsea Market's great. There are tons of different shops and even like grocery store type places, but then throughout Chelsea Market, there are dozens of different food options. There is Donuttery, which has fun, unique small donuts. There is a Mexican-Japanese fusion place. There is an Italian spot. There are
Los Tacos #1, which are arguably the best tacos in New York City, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, Los Tacos #1.
Burger spot. There's a bakery.
An oyster bar, place to get like good seafood and clam chowder, those types of things. So tons of different options, and you can do some shopping and just kind of explore. And Chelsea Market's cool because it used to be the Nabisco factory, and it's actually where the Oreo was invented. So if you love Oreos like we do, you got to go to the motherland of Oreos, which is Chelsea Market. Third on our list is Market 57. We have done an entire episode about Pier 57 and Market 57. Definitely check out that episode. What you need to know about Market 57 is that it is a old pier that they have renovated. It has some office buildings in there, but it also has an amazing food hall, different community spaces for events and classes, and an upstairs park or an upper level park that has phenomenal views of Lower Manhattan and the Chelsea area.
That park has awesome views, like Devin said, and it's also just very well landscaped. It's a very nice spot to go and eat the food that you've gotten in the food hall, even without the amazing views, but to sit in a park that's that beautiful and there's flowers everywhere and really green grass and nice rocks, to be able to sit there and eat your food and also have incredible views in Manhattan is truly once in a lifetime.
And a dozen or more food options. There's a good coffee shop down there. There is a brewery that has a little outpost, and then there's a ton of different food options. When we went most recently, we got everything from Italian sandwiches to like a Japanese barbecue to...
I had this Indian food, but it was like an Indian burrito. I don't remember the name of it, but it was so good. And I'd never had anything like that before, and it was phenomenal.
Everything we've had there has been very, very good. A little bit more on the expensive side, but fantastic options at Market 57. So make sure you check that out.
It's also right along the Hudson River, so this is a really pretty spot to go and watch the sunset over the water.
And that leads us into this episode's You'll Have to Check It Out segment.
The next stop is
Bronx Brewery in the East Village. We actually went here for the first time last week to watch Game 4 of the WNBA Finals. Liberty versus Lynx. The Liberty lost that game, but they did end up winning the WNBA Finals for the first time in the franchise history, which was a very, very fun experience. Bronx Brewery is nice because a lot of times you go to breweries or sports bars and they're pretty bro-y and they're a little bit just kind of overkill with how they approach the sports viewing experience. But Bronx Brewery, which originated in the Bronx, but has a location in the East Village, they're very welcoming of all walks of life and all types of people.
I'm actually just going to read their mission statement on their website, which, honestly, what other brewery bar has a website with a mission statement? I already really like that. Bronx Brewery believes in beer's power to build the community. We're committed to using what we create and where we create it to bring people together, while celebrating the rich and diverse creative scenes in our home borough and across New York City. Revolving around the pillars of community, creativity, and inclusivity, our goal each day is to create a diverse, vibrant culture that uses beer, art, food, and music to inspire, unite, and drive positive change in our world. And frankly, I felt that when we went there. Making the reservation was really nice. I texted with an actual person that was very friendly, told me about the specials that were going to be going on. It was very easy to make a reservation. Multiple people greeted us when we walked in with a smile. Just a very nice, chill, inclusive experience.
Yeah, and they have delicious beer options. It is a brewery. And they also have a burger spot that's kind of a part of it. I think it's a different burger restaurant. They've kind of combined together. The burgers and fries were delicious. I got a chicken sandwich. The game viewing experience was phenomenal. They also had free arcade games kind of towards the back. It was just a good place overall to grab a drink, watch some sports, get a good burger at a fair price, especially for a sit down. Just a great, great spot in the East Village.
Another plug for this place is that almost half of the menu was vegan options. So they had tons of plant-based burgers. They had plant-based chicken fingers. They had a whole bunch of plant-based dips and sauces and loaded fries that you could get. They were also vegan, which I feel like is kind of a rare thing to have like vegan cheese on fries. I'm personally not vegan or vegetarian, but I do like to try different things. And we went with some friends that were vegetarian, so it was a great option for everybody.
Yeah, so that's this episode's You'll Have to Check It Out segment, the Bronx Brewery in the East Village. And now back to the best food halls in Manhattan.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
All right, fourth on our list is Canal Street Market. So Canal Street Market has recently been reopened and kind of renovated in the last year or two, or the last few years. And the upstairs area, the main level when you walk in, is kind of more market style where you can buy actual kind of groceries. Like you can buy meats and cheeses and fish and different veggies and those types of things. And there's different vendors. And then you go downstairs and there's the food market, similar to Urban Hawker, and actually the fifth item on our list as well. Mostly Asian inspired food. They had Filipino dishes, they have boba, they have different bao bun type places, just a lot of different food options. Again, great to be able to get a variety of things. And I always just love exploring like the markets, even if you don't buy anything, just kind of walking around and seeing the different local meats and produce. And I don't know, it's just markets are a fun experience.
This is a fun spot to go to if you're already wanting to go to Chinatown, which I highly recommend. There are spots in Chinatown where you truly feel like you are in China. Like nobody is speaking English. All of the signs they have them in English, but they also have them in Chinese. You can find foods from all over the world. Really, really unique experience to go down to Chinatown. And this is a great spot to go and eat when you're down there.
So that's Canal Street Market. And last but certainly not least on our list of best food halls is Food Gallery 32. So this one comes with like a little bit of a caveat. So there is a street that is called Korea Street. It is on 32nd Street, I believe, near Madison Square Garden-ish. So if you're like going to a Knicks game, near Herald Square. So it's like kind of like in a more popular area near the Macy's flagship store. Korea Street in itself is almost like a food hall because the entire street is just lined with so many different restaurants and bars and karaoke bars and fun things to do. But then there's specifically Food Gallery 32, which is a multi-level food hall. Again, all Asian food, mostly Korean food, but so many different options. We have had some delicious scallion pancakes there. There's all kind. If you are looking for any type of Asian cuisine, you will probably find it in Food Gallery 32. Another fun thing about it is in the upstairs where there's more seating and a couple different vendors, they actually have like pay by the minute karaoke, which I went to once with my sister, which was just kind of hilarious. It was like a couple dollars or $5 and you got to sing like 2 or 3 songs in this little room. It was a fun experience, like just a unique thing. Again, if you're in the area, if you're looking for a good place to go and have a variety of options, Food Gallery 32 is a great spot for that. All right, those are the 5 best food halls in Manhattan. There are other options as well. There are ones that we've talked about in different episodes. Overall, we just love food halls because it's a great way to try different cuisines, go with a big group. Everyone can be happy, have something to choose and explore. It's just a great option. If you have not already, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Follow us on Spotify. You can also leave comments on Spotify and ask us questions. If you leave us a review, we read every single one of those. You can also send us an email, hello@bettertogetherhere.com. We respond to every single one of those. And other than that, we'll catch you on the next episode.
This is the last stop on this train. Everyone, please leave the train. Thank you for riding with us.